If I asked 100 contractors why they want SEO or Facebook ads, I bet 95 of them would give me this exact answer: to get more leads. And don't get me wrong, that's a really good reason. But if that's the only reason you're investing in marketing, then you're missing the bigger picture. Because the best businesses in the world don't just market because they need leads. Like, think about Coke, think about McDonald's, think about Nike. Do you really think they're worried about getting one more customer today? Like, they're not. And they advertise because they understand something that most business owners don't. And that's that visibility creates value long before somebody buys. And so today I want to walk you through the benefits of SEO and Meta Ads that have absolutely nothing to do with lead generation, and why understanding this can completely change the way you look at marketing and invest in marketing. So let's first talk about SEO. This is one of the most misunderstood things in the marketing world. I don't think people really understand what it is, what it does, and what are the benefits of it. And I think we've been inundated by a market and by ads and by people and by agencies and by these freelancers and influencers that, hey, SEO equals leads. Hey, let me run your website and I'll get you 25 leads or you don't pay. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. And what's happening is they're putting things in somebody's mind, somebody that is uneducated on the subject, and it's turning that into the belief that SEO equals leads. And so most people think that SEO is simply about ranking number one on Google, and it's not. SEO is about owning the digital real estate market. Okay? So think about real estate. SEO builds trust. Imagine you're looking for a contractor. One company has a website from 2014. The other one shows up everywhere. Top of Google, great reviews, helpful articles, professional website. Who are you going to call when you do search? Right? Like, people trust businesses that they can easily find. The second reason is SEO validates referrals. And so something most contractors never think about is that when somebody refers your business, what's the first thing a homeowner does? You think they just go, oh, I'll trust your word that Joe is great at what he does. No, they're going to Google you. If they don't like what they see, if you're not ranking, if you're not on maps, if your website sucks, you just lost a referral that you didn't even know you had. The referral doesn't come to you until they actually have Googled you already. And so SEO helps convert referrals into customers. Okay. Third thing, SEO helps you charge more. So consumers associate visibility with credibility. When a company looks established online, people expect premium pricing. Now, weak brands compete on price, and strong brands compete on value. When somebody sees that you're at the top, have a bunch of reviews, you're ranking well, they're going to be okay paying a premium for your service because they truly believe that you are the best at what you do. Your authority is high. Okay. Number 4, SEO improves your close rate. So imagine showing up to an estimate and hearing, I've actually been reading your website or checking out your website, or I've seen your company all over Google, or I've seen the reviews, what people talk about you. That sales appointment just got a heck of a lot easier. And so trust was built before you even knocked on their door, before you even contacted them. They already had trust built in you. Okay, number 5, SEO creates long-term assets. So every service page, every location page, every blog article, every FAQ, those aren't expenses, they're business assets. And one page can generate traffic for years. And that's completely different than paying for a lead today and starting back at zero tomorrow. It's not rented traffic. It's established traffic. It's compiling assets, right? It's compounding effect. And so one thing I see a lot is, hey, we've been doing SEO for a month or two and I haven't got any leads. Like, brother, you got to slow down. This is a long-term play, right? Ranking starts improving month 1, month 2. That's why we do reports and show you those things. But if the market's not searching, the market's not searching. You want to be visible when the market does search, and that's what we're doing here. Okay, we're creating long-term assets. Okay, number 6, SEO protects your market. If you're not ranking, your competitors are. So when someone searches patio builder near me or landscaper contract in Boise, which is where I'm at, someone is getting that attention. And so the question you have to ask yourself, is it you getting attention or is it your competitors getting attention? Because people are searching for these things. We could see it on Google, on the data, the Google Search Console, all these things. We could see that people are searching for your services in your areas. Otherwise, we would not be doing SEO, right? And so if people are searching and you aren't visible, who is? right? Who's getting that money? Okay, it's not you. Number 7, SEO helps recruit employees. So job candidates, Google employers too, they research who they want to work for. And a professional website, great reviews, strong online presence, those things tell employees that your business is growing, that they have potential to grow in their craft or in their trade or move up or whatever that is. They want to work for a reputable company as well. And that stuff matters. Okay, number 8, SEO increases business value. This one I cannot emphasize enough. If you ever sell your company, and right now you might be thinking, oh, I'll never sell my company. You never know. Never know. Okay, and you don't want to be caught with your pants down and not being able to sell a company because you didn't put these assets in place and these systems in place. And so if you ever sell your company, buyers don't just buy the trucks and the equipment. They buy the systems. They buy recurring customers. They buy brand recognition. They absolutely buy organic traffic. So if I'm looking at 2 businesses to buy, and I see one has no online visibility, online presence, blah, 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 that might seem attractive to me, right? If I want to go in and rebuild that stuff and I want to buy it at a lower cost, if I'm a business buyer like that. But if I'm a business buyer that wants to purchase something that has really strong value, I'm going to look at those things. Where's their visibility look like? What's their organic traffic look like? Where are their recurring customers? What do their systems look like? Is the owner part of everything day to day? Okay. So a company generating thousands of visitors a month is simply worth more. It's just math. Okay. So that's SEO. And I think the biggest part about SEO, these are the misconceptions that people have, is like SEO equals leads. And all these things that I just told you are the real benefits of SEO. As a result of those things, you get lead flow, right? Lead flow is earned. It's not given, right? You don't just turn on SEO. It's not a switch. You don't just turn it on and get traffic, right? Or get leads, right? It doesn't work that way. It has to be worked on. It has to be compounding. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit because we do here at Fast Break Digital Media, we do SEO and Meta. And before I dive into Meta, thanks for watching this already for 7 minutes. My name's Tyler from Fast Break Digital Media. We help home service business owners, mainly landscapers, hardscapers, outdoor living business owners, remodelers, painters, get more traffic, visibility, authority, and trust in their local market so that they can get more lead flow, make more money, have better lives, better businesses. So if you want to see more tips, I do a bunch of these videos. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Would really appreciate that. And if you want to talk to us, shoot me a DM. Be happy to jump on a call with you. So let's switch gears because Meta Ads do something completely different. So Facebook and Instagram aren't intent-based platforms. Google is. People aren't searching on Facebook and Instagram. And it's one of the things people tell me all the time is, well, nobody's searching Facebook for a patio. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. They're not. But people aren't searching, but they're scrolling. And we know that the most used platform in the world is Facebook. That's factually true. And people are always scrolling on Facebook, right? And so, which means your job isn't just to generate leads on this platform. It's to become unforgettable. Right? I want to say that again because that's important. Your job isn't to generate leads on Meta. It's to become unforgettable. Right? And you might be thinking, why do I have to hire an agency to be able to do these things? Why can't I do these things myself? And I'll get into that in a minute. First thing about Meta, why it's good besides lead gen, and Meta is way, way better at lead gen than SEO is because it's going to prompt people to opt into things. But let's talk about Meta a little bit here. Number 1, Meta builds brand awareness. You hear this all the time. Brand awareness. What is branding? Right? Someone may not need a patio today, but if they've seen your work for 6 months, guess who they're going to call next spring? Right? Your branding is making you unforgettable. Your branding is putting into people's minds that when I need this done, right? And when in Meta Ads, we're targeting people that are most likely to need that stuff done. When I need this done, I'm going to call company X because I've seen their stuff everywhere and I know the owner because he's put his face on camera and I've talked to him. I feel like I know them already. I feel like I trust them already. But your brand is well known. It's the same reason you do a truck wrap, right? You don't do a truck wrap so that you get a lead. You do a truck wrap so that people see you, right? It's the same reason why you do billboards, so that people see you, right? And Meta is the same thing. Meta is a digital billboard. It's a digital truck wrap. Meta builds brand awareness. So 2, Meta keeps you top of mind. So most homeowners buy when life forces them to. Same reason you would buy a service. When something gets bad enough that it's forcing you to do it, you're going to do something about it and you're going to have a solution. Homeowners are the same way. So homeowners buy when life forces them to, most of them, right? Not when you want them to. And so marketing keeps your business in front of them until that moment arrives. And a misconception is that, well, people see my Meta ads and they're supposed to opt in right away. And it's like, no, there is a process to this. There's levels to this. People opt in because they're interested in what you're doing. That is a huge opportunity for you to nurture, to guide, to advise until they're ready to buy. I've had clients that have closed people 1 year later, 6-figure jobs, 15 months later, because they did such a good job at staying top of mind, following up with these people, guiding them, advising them, answering their questions. Meta ads will print money if you do that well. They won't if you expect it to be Google and people are just going to click on and buy. That's not how this works. And people don't just click and buy $50,000 patios, even on Google. It's not how it works. Okay? But it keeps you top of mind, and that's the important part. Okay? Number 3, Meta builds familiarity. So there's a psychological principle called the mere exposure effect. And what it is the more often people are seeing something, the more they tend to trust it. Okay, and that's why consistency matters. If I see something so many times, I'm going to trust it more. Right? Think about that in your own business. Think about that in your own life as a consumer, not as the business owner, but as the consumer in other areas that you're buying things or searching for things. If you see something more often, you're naturally going to trust it more. Okay, so you have to be consistent. And Meta, one of the things I see the mistakes on Meta is people turn off ads, turn back on, turn them off, out, like it's a switch. But the consistency, the everyday consistency matters. And I just had this talk with my team. It's like, hey, contractors are busy at this time of the year. It doesn't mean our work stops. It doesn't mean we stop reaching out. It doesn't mean we stop voice noting. It doesn't mean we stop running our ads. We're not getting a lot of people on the phone right now. We know that they're busy. It's the busy season. Not a lot of people have time to talk to us. But the consistency is what matters, because when they do have time to talk to us, who do you think they're going to talk to when they need marketing, when they need visibility, trust, authority increased, when they need systems? They're going to see us more than they see anybody else, which gives us a leg up when it is time. Okay. Number 4, Meta shows off your craftsmanship. And so pictures, videos, drone footage, time lapses, customer reactions. You're not just telling people that you're good, you're proving it. Right. And so I think a lot of people like, oh, we have quality craftsmanship. Nobody cares about your quality craftsmanship when you just say it. But if you prove it, right, if you show the pictures, the customer testimonials, all these things, you're proving that your craftsmanship is what you say it is and it's better than anybody else's. It's going to give you a leg up. And Meta allows you to do that because you can be creative on Meta. Okay. 5, Meta builds authority. So instead of constantly selling, teach, explain, educate, show before and afters, answer common questions. This builds your authority as the go-to person in this area, right, for this service. And people buy from experts. If you have increase, it's guys, this is data and it's facts. If your authority, trust is higher and your visibility is higher, you're going to get people to buy from you. People buy from experts. Okay, that's why YouTube exists. Meta strengthens referrals. This is number 6. Again, someone gets your name from a friend. Before calling, they're going to check Facebook, right? Maybe. You can check your website, one of the two, right? They're going to see project after project, happy customers, professional reviews. The referral feels safe. And so SEO and website can strengthen your referrals. So can Meta in the same exact way. Okay, number 7, Meta helps recruiting. Again, same thing as SEO, same thing as website. These are recurring themes, guys, but you need them both because you're hitting two ends of the market. People searching and you pushing it out onto people. Okay, so Meta helps recruiting. The best employees don't just want a paycheck. They want to work somewhere exciting. And an active social media presence communicates growth, culture, momentum. That's attractive. They see your employees having fun. They see your employees enjoying their job. They see the customers having a good experience. They're going to want to work for that company. Okay, number 8, Meta lets you shape your reputation. If you never post, the internet tells your story. In 2026, 2027, where we're going into, the internet tells your story. Whether we like it or not, whether you've owned your business for 35 years or not, this is where we're headed. And you have to embrace it and you have to adapt to it. You can't just keep posting in the newspaper. I don't even know if anybody reads newspapers anymore, but Internet tells your story. And so when you consistently publish content, you control the narrative of who you are, who your brand is, who you service, and what solutions you give, right? This is going to shape your reputation, right? I would almost argue that if you get one bad review from Google, but you have 5 videos of customers loving you, that's going to outweigh that bad review, right? Number 9, Meta is going to keep your past customers engaged. This one is huge. SEO and Google ads, things like this. People have to search when they're ready. On Meta, your best customers already trust you, right? Don't disappear after the project. Stay visible, stay helpful, stay memorable. Repeat business and referrals come from this, right? They don't come from, oh, Joe did my job and he was great. I know next time that's part of it. But if they see Joe did my job and it's great, and then they see Joe did 10 more jobs like mine and these customers were all as happy as I am, they're going to rehire you for another project, okay? And the last one, 10, Meta humanizes your business. So people don't hire logos. People hire people, right? So this is why I'm a big proponent in founder-style videos, in crew-style videos, in customer testimonial-style videos, instead of like static images. Yes, we want to test those things, but people hire people. They hire people they trust. So show your crew, show yourself, show your family, show the mistakes, show the wins, show what it's really like working with you. To grow that trust, when people know who's behind the company, they're going to hire you more. When they trust who you are and they trust who the company is and they trust you as a decision maker, they're going to hire you. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting. SEO and Meta don't compete. They work together. And this is why we do both together in our contractor growth engine. And if you want that playbook, comment playbook or DM me or shoot me a message, and I'm happy to get you that playbook. It's a 150-page playbook that gives you everything about growth in the contractor spaces according to marketing and recruiting. So SEO and Meta don't compete. They work together. And so SEO gets you found. It increases your visibility. It does increase your trust and authority as well. But Meta gets you remembered. So SEO captures existing demand. Meta captures future demand. SEO answers questions, and Meta builds relationships. Okay, SEO builds trust when people search, and Meta builds trust before they ever search. You see how these two things can work together and how they would compound into increasing your trust, visibility, and authority, which would in turn get you more lead flow. Okay, lead flow is a result. It's a byproduct of the system in the process. It's not just I turn this on and I get lead flow. You have to build the brand. You have to give people a reason to opt in. Okay, and SEO and Meta do these things together, and they make every other part of your business better factually, right? Your referrals convert better. Your close rate improves, right? When done well together. You recruit better people. You command higher prices. Your business becomes more valuable. And yes, as a byproduct, you generate more leads. But leads are simply just that. They're just a byproduct. And if we put too much weight onto Meta Ads and SEO being a lead generation thing only, we are forgetting the dozens of other benefits that these things have in your business and why you should hire an agency to do them instead of trying to do them yourself. Because let's be real, you don't have the time, focus, attention, accountability to do that effectively and consistently. You don't. Nor should you want to as a business owner. Why would I want to have another job? Why would I want to put another hat on? Isn't the point of business ownership to get out of that? Isn't the point of business ownership to have more freedom to do the things I want to do? Why would I want to add another job to this? Right? So the real goal isn't to get another phone call of this. The real job is to become the company that everyone already knows before they ever need you. Because that's what happens. Right? You stop competing for attention. You become the obvious choice. And so if you're only measuring SEO and Meta Ads by the number of leads they generate, you're looking at maybe 20% of their actual value. The businesses that dominate their markets understand the other 80% and they invest in the other 80%. Not because they can't do it themselves, because it's more effective when somebody that focuses full-time attention on it does that. right? And you might be thinking to yourself, well, why would I pay an agency $3,000 a month to do meta ads and SEO? You're forgetting the system behind it. You're forgetting the lead handling. You're forgetting the qualifying. You're forgetting all this stuff, and all the 80% of benefits I just talked about. You're forgetting. But let's look at ROI. Let's be real. You're in a high ticket space. You close one job a month at $20,000, $25,000, and you spent five if we're adding an ad spend. You're 5xing your return. And what world is that not a great return? And you do that compounding over 5-6 months. Let's say you close one job the first month, two jobs the second month, three jobs the third month, four jobs your return shoots through the roof. It explodes. But don't get narrow-sighted on month one, month two. Don't get narrow-sighted on lead gen only. As a result of doing all these things that I just talked about, lead gen happens naturally, right? And this is why you hire agencies. And so businesses that understand and dominate their markets understand this. And they don't market because business is slow. Bad misconception. Don't market because you're slow. Right? I just talked to somebody the other day. Was like, well, I'm booked out 4 to 6 weeks. Why would I need this? Explain these benefits. Signed on yesterday. Right? People market because they want to own their market. You have to dominate your market, and that's a completely different mindset. We're not in 2020 anymore, 2019 anymore, where a simple Facebook ad would get you a bunch of different leads. Everybody's starting to adapt this stuff. I've been talking about this for 4 years now. And I've seen the market shift from everybody being like, I don't need this, to like, oh yeah, we do need digital presence. And now it's very competitive. That's why you guys get so many phone calls from agencies. They're everywhere because there was a gap in the market and it got flooded. Right? And so it's a completely different mindset from the people that actually understand this. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel, because every week we're breaking down the systems that help contractors build businesses that are easier to grow, easier to sell, and a whole lot more profitable. And so take this stuff, put it in your business. If you want to talk to us and see how this system could work in your business, I'm going to drop a link to our discovery call where we talk to Bryson and kind of go over the business. I'm going to drop that link in the comments here. If you want the contractor growth playbook, drop a comment in here and I'll send it over to you. Other than that, guys, see you guys on the next one.